Is it true that the exodus from Egypt never happened? Great question, and one that sparked centuries of debate among historians, archaeologists, and theologians. The short answer: there's no definitive proof that the Exodus happened exactly as described in the Bible, but that doesn't mean the story is pure fiction either. What scholars say: mainstream historians and archaeologists generally agree that the biblical account, millions of Israelites enslaved in Egypt, 10 plagues, a dramatic sea crossing, is not supported by direct archaeological evidence. However, some scholars argue that the story may be rooted in smaller scale historical events. For example, Semitic peoples did live in Egypt during the Late Bronze Age, and there were periods of migration and conflict that could have inspired the Exodus narrative. Clues from ancient texts. The Merneptah style, dated to around 1219 BCE, is the earliest known mention of Israel outside the Bible. It suggests that a people called Israel existed in Canaan at that time, but doesn't confirm an exodus. A very interesting fact is that the Israelites wandered for 40 years in the Sinai desert, also referred to as the wilderness of Sinai. This vast and rugged region lies between Egypt and the Promised Land, Canaan, and it's where many of the pivotal events of the Exodus story unfolded, like receiving the Ten Commandments at Mount Sinai and the miraculous provision of manna and water. However, Egyptian records from the Ramesseid period mention cities like Pi-Ramses and Pi-Adam, which align with biblical place names like Ramses and Pithom, suggesting the biblical authors had accurate memories of Egypt from that era. Myth versus memory. Many scholars now view the Exodus as a foundational myth, a story that may blend historical memory with theological and cultural meaning. It's central to Jewish identity, echoed in Christian and Islamic traditions, and has instilled Exodus may not have happened as described. The story likely reflects real migrations, cultural memories, and symbolic truths.